Hello, and a very happy Monday to you. It's actually President's Day, February 19th, 2018. This is my first video, so I hope it goes well. I am seeding some of my heat lovers, okay, mostly my peppers. Actually, today I'm doing all peppers, and I've got a ton of them here. I've got Scotch bonnets and Trinidad scorpions, Carolina reapers. I've got cayennes and habaneros and serranos and all kinds of stuff. Most of my peppers are from Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds. They do a lot of heirlooms. They do some hybrids, but most of them are heirloom non-GMO seeds, which is what I absolutely love. I do get some of my pepper seeds from Pepper Joe's, and they are a great pepper seed retailer online. I can put the links underneath the video, which will be great. Now with warm seeds especially, and by warm I mean things that really like hot weather, like peppers and tomatoes and things like that, they really benefit from soaking the seed for 24 hours beforehand. Without things like this, it can take like up to 3 weeks to have them sprout, but if you soak them for 24 hours beforehand and you make sure that you're putting them on a heat mat, I don't know if you can see it in the video right now, I will get to that in a minute. I usually get them to seed in less than a week, or to sprout in less than a week. This year, new for me is using coconut coir. I don't usually use that. I usually use like seed starting mix or something like that. But I wanted to do something a little bit more sustainable, and I really wanted to try this out because it's really just better for everybody if I do. I went with Coir Grow, and I got this from Amazon. It comes in bricks that look like this, and you just add a gallon of warm water and it expands pretty darn fast. I got the Coir Grow for $9.99, and I do have Amazon Prime, so I didn't have to pay for shipping. And I like it a lot. One of the reasons I chose this particular brand is because it says it's pre-washed. Now, some coir, you have to, after you hydrate it, you have to like rinse it and then put more water in and then rinse it again, because I guess it has a lot of salt content, which can mess with your seedlings. That's not something that I really wanted to deal with, so I went with one that was pre-washed, and hopefully it's does what it says it is. Now, all of this stuff was seeded in that, and it didn't have any problems at all. This is actually lettuce. So I've done some of these other ones, and I use these 12 packs, and I really like them. They are Coram. I don't know if I'm saying that right. It's Koram. 10-pack, and you get the seed tray, you get the bottom part, and you also get the dome, like that. And you get 10 of them, and when I bought them, they were $15.99 on Amazon. I did check, and now they are running $13.49, so that's an even better deal. And I like them because they're actually really quite thick. This is my second season using them, and these suckers they'll be reused. I only had one break, and that was because I accidentally left it out among my flowers, and it, was subject to the weather. So with the hot peppers, you want to be careful and do not touch these suckers with your hands. It's just a bad idea. You never want to do that, because even the slightest touch on these things, if you touch your eye with it later, you'll regret it. So I usually just take a little butter knife. Sometimes I use tweezers, and just one by one take them and put them on top. Now with heat-loving plants, it's more about bottom heat. They want to be warm, and yeah, you can stick them on top of your fridge, but I really don't have room for that because I'm growing like nine different varieties here. That's why I use the heat mats. Anyway, so I will be burying these just a bit. They don't really need the light to germinate. Like I said, they just need the warmth. So I start by doing that, and then I just push it down just a wee bit in there and get it all nice and covered up. And on that same subject of not touching these, I also dehydrate my peppers, because my husband makes a pepper powder that can practically kill you because it's so darn hot. I mean, I've had people throw up in my bathroom after trying it. That's not good. It was really quite disgusting. Anyway, if you dehydrate your peppers, or if you ever want to dehydrate your peppers, do not do it in the house. Okay, I just didn't think of that the first time. I set my dehydrator on, and then I left the house to do some errands, and boy, did I regret that when I came home. My whole house was basically filled with mace, and it was like walking into a wall of it, and it was no fun at all. So anytime I am dehydrating peppers, I put them outside. Okay, slight interruption there. Sorry, my kids were fighting over the TV. Okay, so what I have in this one in particular is, this one's a jalapeno, so I put a J on the backside, and it's Craig's Grande. This is a new variety for me this year, so we will see how that goes. And snap this off so it fits underneath the dome. And those 6 are done. The next one I'm doing in this group is, it was actually a free seed that I got from Pepper Joe. This thing needs to focus. There we go. All right, and this one is a New Mexico Big Jim, and this is also a new one for me this year. I do grow the free seeds you get from Pepper Joe's every once in a while, not always. I will say that this seed is a year old. I actually received it last year, so I'm not exactly sure how the germination is going to go on this one, so it's pretty much an experiment. But, I mean, you just do the same thing. And I've been growing these super, super hot peppers for, I think, about 6 years now. And I've always had really good success with them. I mean, they are notoriously hard to germinate. They're notoriously hard to grow. And you really got to be careful with, actually touching them, because that's never a good idea. But, I mean, I've grown the world's hottest peppers. Like this Carolina Reaper, that was last year's Guinness Book of World Record champion. I do believe it has now been outdone. I do not know the name of the new winner. I will have to look that up and see if I can get seeds for that sucker later. And before the Reaper was a world record holder, the Trinidad Scorpion was a record holder. And before that, the Butcholokia, which is also known as ghost pepper. I've grown all of them, and they all get mixed into that pepper powder my husband makes, because he likes to have a different variety, so you get like a really big depth of flavor. He doesn't just want it to be hot and knock your socks off. He wants it to taste good. So we tend to mix in all levels of heat. I mean, we've got the super hot chilies, but we've also got like I also use like serranos in it, and we also use habaneros and jalapenos and anything else that has a unique flavor. We like to make it in there because we want it to taste good and not just be a hot mess. Okay, so we're going to put an NM on this one so I know which one this is. Snap that off so it fits under there. And that is that tray. So this will get a dome, which I have right here. If I can grab it, it's sticking a little bit. And the dome goes on until they sprout, and then it comes off, and they will get put right under these lights. Let me move this up just a wee bit so you can see what I'm talking about. There we go. Sorry about the motion. Still know what that's... Okay. So my lights are really low. I actually have 4 of these. I just got them at Walmart. They're really cheap 4-foot lights. They're like $10.97. They're kind of iffy on quality, but I'm a cheapskate, and I'm not paying $40 for every single thing of lights I have. You can kind of see the... Oops. Good thing that one was almost empty. You can see the heat mat right here. Right now I have 2 20 by 20 heat mats. Brand is Vivosun, or Vivosun, I'm not really sure how that's pronounced. I got them for $30 a piece on Amazon. But this year, I also added that guy. Now, I don't have him hooked up yet, this heat mat over here, but he is a 40 by 20, or 48 by 20. He's actually 4 foot long. So he's going to take the place of 2 of these. Now, I only paid $36 for him. Same brand, twice as big, and it's only $6 more. So I don't know if that was available when I bought these other ones, and I just missed seeing that, but it's definitely worth it to get the big mat if you're going to have a lot of stuff under these lights. I do have daylight balance bulbs under here. I've really never had a problem with daylight balance bulbs. It seems like everything grows really, really, really well. So that is it for my first video, and I will do an update soon. Thank you very much.